don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful, I'm rich, I can fight.
I get that.
I will say it, I love men,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
But I don't love a stupid man. If you can't be with my peace, you can be with the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're in your masculine area. Well, why don't you get in yours? I'm sick of men telling me, oh, well, you know, you hardcore. Yes, I am. I am.
Can you handle it?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
what you bringing to the table? I am the table.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, right? This is like a science experiment, right? This is cause and reaction, it's test retest. At certain point, you're going to have to change up the initial stimuli. You're gonna have to change up the behavior that's not getting you the right result. If you're trying to solve the problem, you're trying to solve for X, and you're just, you know, constantly putting in the same variable, same number, and you're getting the wrong result, eventually we're going to have to look at you and say, you have to change some sort of strategy here. You Now, to be clear, you don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. You can keep getting the same results that you've been getting, and you continue to be upset at it. You continue to be upset at men to say why men aren't doing X, Y, and Z. But I think the truth is men are being masculine. They're being masculine for the women that they want to be masculine for, right? Or they're being masculine, and maybe some women are more masculine and aren't really in touch with femininity. But there's a critical imbalance, as long as neither party wants to change, you're going to stay with the same result. I don't think it's a difficult thing to understand. I think Leslie Jones, yeah, you're successful. Men, especially men of those means, have already indicated that that's not important to them. Your demeanor, your femininity is what they say is important. And when you seem to be lacking that, and then you revel in lacking in that, you make excuses why you lacking that. That doesn't change the end result. That doesn't change the end game. It's a binary thing. You either are feminine or you're not. If you're not, you're going to keep getting the result you're getting. You want to get on shows, you want to use platforms like this and say the same things that are being said everywhere else. It's not going to change the result. You can't bully men into being with you. You can't bully masculine men into being with you when they're clearly indicating that's not what they want. So listen, let's we'll do a deeper dive into this one. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Still trying to do two a day. If you're seeing my voice, you've listened to my voice and you see my face right now, and you subscribed, and it's been a while, it's probably your notification bell. So get ahead, take a look at that, troubleshoot that. It's been a bit before, since someone told me about it being an issue, but it's kind of in the spiel now, so we'll just keep on going. But for those who don't know, Leslie Jones is a comedian. Um, she's done quite a bit of stint on SNL, and she's been in some movies, and she typically plays that same sort of Leslie Jones role where she's herself. She's sort of an aggressive black woman, and has jokes in there. If it's a style of comedy, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. We're not here to talk about her actual career, but she has, sort of a spotlight. She's on on the Kelly Clarkson show, saying this piece that again is very common, that we hear a lot of in different areas, and highs in the high society and low society. It's the same conversation going on. She just has a larger platform to say her piece, and I think she's a great example of what men are saying they don't want, and they're saying they don't want it, and then her life is sort of showing that out. That despite your celebrity status, whichever level you want to claim it to be at, despite that status, despite your exposure, no men are really stepping up to say, I want a piece of this. I want to be your, not even a masculine. I want to be a feminine counterpart. All right, she's a very masculine woman, and that is what men are saying. This is one of the fundamental things that they aren't really looking for. Men of means, men of a certain sort of caliber, certain sort of swag, are saying this is not what they want. Can you find men that want, masculine and aggressive women? Absolutely, absolutely. There's no shortage of them. There's absolutely no shortage of them. I'm sure even after This piece aired and did its rounds on TV and then the internet. I'm sure her DMs are flooded with people wanting to step up or be something. The conundrum is women often don't want those type of men. They want the men that they want, that masculine type. But when you kind of this sort of behavior, this sort of entire demonstration, it's you know it's not appealing to men. It's not appealing to those type of men. Masculine men see this and they see, you know, I don't want to say they see themselves, but in a sense, right? It comes across as this is something to combat. And no man, no masculine man wants to combat, have to deal with you in your masculinity. Now, I think it's an important point to say, or at least to point out that there are real reasons why women have become more masculine, especially black women. It's sometimes you've had to do it because you're in survival mode, as becoming more and more popular to say. And we can understand those reasons. We can get into those reasons because of your interactions with men, because of your interactions at work, because of the patriarchy, because of a whole host of reasons. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where the world at large is going to say, so I hear your reasons and I'm not going to invalidate those, but so I, it doesn't matter if you're the reasons for you being these things this way. All that matters is that you are. That's it. If you can find a man that's willing to sit in those things with you and help you unpack and understand those things and pull these things out to help you find a path back to your femininity, then more power to you. The unfortunate part is often in that process, you chew up and spit out that very man trying to help you there. Because you didn't become sort of masculine overnight. And like most things that didn't happen overnight, the cure takes even longer. It's one of those frightfully unfair things. So if you are walking around in the masculine and still want a masculine man to come and be that man for you, you have to understand it. It's one of those situations where it's not like attracting like, it's like repulsing like. We don't want to deal with that. Not when there is another feminine option, even one that's not as successful, has her own money, can fight. We've said, oh, yeah, no, I'd rather the one that speaks life into me, the one that is softer, the one that is an excellent counterpart to my strength. She's strong where I'm weak, and I'm strong where she's weak, rather than we're both strong in the same areas. The fact is that protective aspect of masculinity, it's like you don't want to protect what's already strong, what's already defensible. I don't have to send my men to protect the castle wall when the castle wall is already the thickest in the world, right? It's never been breached, right? If anyone remembers the movie Troy, which you should, it's an excellent movie. Um, how did they breach the walls of Troy? They had to use the Trojan horse, right? They didn't have men outside, lying outside Troy because their gates never been breached. It's strong. I don't need to actually physically protect that with more men. No, no, the men are protecting weaker areas. The same thing with this masculinity issue. If you're out here aggressively talking about how masculine you are, how the things that you can do, and you're proud of that, men are seeing that, and we're almost unilaterally having the very same reaction, and we want no parts of this. Listen, but if you think I missed something, let me know down in the comments. If you see videos on your screen right now, go ahead, take a look. Let me know what you think about those. Listen, if you listen to Sound of My Voice right now, right after we've had this enlightening conversation, you haven't subscribed, you know, subscribe and tell me why not. Right? I'll see you guys in the next one.